All right, Matt, let's hit you with this. Favorite player in USC history all time since you've been watching, whatever criteria you'd like to place on it.
Well, I'm gonna mention him because I just wrote an article about him actually just last week. But Reggie Bush is my all time favorite player. Um, he's honestly one of the sole reasons why I got into USC football. Granted, I followed USC football since the Hackett era, and I was pretty young at that time, but I didn't really quite understand it at that time. And when USC in 2003 was going, that's when I really started to get into college football. And I always remember seeing Reggie Bush just stick out to me because of the exciting plays he would make. And in 2004 and in 2005, I would always tune in, not just to watch USC, but just to see what Reggie Bush was going to do. And the Fresno State game is something that I always talk about to this day because I've never seen a player do anything that he did in a single game. I don't think it's something that we'll really see like that ever again because you don't see players like that who has that type of effect and who's clearly that much better. Um, and again, I just wrote about him. I know everybody has their opinions on him about with the sanctions and with USC, but to me, hands down, he's my favorite USC player of all time, and I think one of the greatest college football players of all time as well.
Yeah, I remember the Fresno State game as well. It was just astounding what he was able to do in the open field against that team. And obviously has forged one of the great careers in the history of college football. And I think what you've mentioned and outlined it differentiates him from other players just because of the dynamic playmaking ability. If we rated USC players, he may not be the greatest, but certainly that would be a tremendous conversation because the wealth of USC talent over the years has been as good as any in the nation. Certainly from the time that I started watching guys like Ronnie Lott, Charles White, Marcus Allen, Anthony Munoz. Anthony Munoz might be the greatest player in the history of the program, but he's a left tackle, so nobody gets too excited about that. But when you talk about sheer excitement, dynamic playmaking ability, it's tough to top what Reggie Bush accomplished and what he showed. So it would be my guess if I ran a poll that Reggie Bush would win most favorite, most popular player in USC football history for most people that are, in some age range as we are. Talking USC football, we got Matt Lowry on the line from Conquest Chronicles, the SB Nation platform for USC athletics. So that's a favorite player all time. Do you have a favorite player on the current team?